Your entire life, you've raised your hand up to answer questions and be the good boy that everyone else wants you to be. You've been made to believe that you don't matter as much as the person next to you, since for some reason you don't add up. You've let everyone else in your life pass you by without even noticing you. You've lived by the actions and expectations of others. You've been pushed down to the ground, you've been knocked down, and you just can't seem to stand up for yourself, although you really want to. You've lived in the shadow of the men who've wronged you. Your pathetic existence ends right here, right now. No more. In this guide, you will learn why you just can't seem to respect yourself and how to become the truly confident man you've always wanted to be. You and we're not so different, you know. We've both been raised as feminine boys who need the approval of the teacher to go to the bathroom. We've lived most of our lives afraid of the consequences of us standing up for ourselves, speaking out against this bullshit that we've been conditioned to believe. We tried doing that several times, but we were always shut down and shamed for believing in ourselves. The thing is, though, I managed to overcome that injustice on my own terms, and I want to teach you exactly how to do that as well. Throughout these past few years, I've been harassed emotionally in school and in the sport club that I still attend. This led to me having some of the worst times of my life in those places. Emotional breakdowns were not a rare thing, and I made the horrible mistake of trying to hide away those issues, those problems from myself. Video games, social media, porn, TV, junk food, movies, daydreaming, they were all things that I used as escapes from my harsh reality that I found myself in. They might be the same for you, but because of those highly addictive habits that I developed, my social life deteriorated, and that destroyed my self-esteem, and in turn it ripped away my self-confidence. If you don't know what self-esteem is, it is basically your capability to appreciate and value yourself. And if you don't have self-esteem, then you won't be able to develop a good self-confidence. Once I became a social outcast, I naturally felt depressed, anxious, insecure, and I was deprived of any social connection or intimacy. The relationship with my family worsened, and this made me feel isolated and alone. But then something snapped in me, and it all changed. After a trip to the UK, I contemplated a lot about my life, and I realized that I needed to change myself, that I needed to once and for all change my life. And I went on self improvement, and I became an entirely different person in the span of a year, the one that you're seeing right now. Now, after a year of hard work and struggle and true effort, I can truly see my confidence starting to take off and improve so much. But what if I told you that it takes so much less than a year to get here? To get to this point where you're just starting to see your confidence slowly but surely grow and you get to enjoy it every single day. What if I told you it takes so much less time than a year? Because I've made a lot of mistakes that I want to teach you about, that I want you to prevent so that you can have a much easier and much more fulfilling journey than I did. Follow this step-by-step guide and you will notice changes in your life by the end of this video. The first section of this guide is about destroying your addictions. Your addictions have been developed as a way for you to escape your current reality, your current problems. But we know that running away from the issue won't fix it. It'll just make it persist even more. The entire idea of becoming confident literally means becoming this truly masculine man, right? That's it. But do you think that masculine men, the ones at the top of the social hierarchy, the ones dominating the world, bro, do you think they have any addictions? No, of course not. They wouldn't be at the top if they did. You must open your mind to this. You must truly set your pride aside. You must be truly open to this, all right? The time you've already spent on those addictions could have been spent building your social life, building a strong personal character. Due to that, you would have ended up dominating your competition. It's that simple. But you didn't do that, so your brain knows it and you know it as well, right? So because of that, you feel a sense of unfulfillment, of shame, of guilt for the time wasted, right? That single handedly chips away at your self esteem and makes you value yourself less. That's literally what it does. It makes you think of yourself less, right? It makes you put less value to yourself. And once you value yourself less, your confidence drops and you fall deeper in those addictions. This is why you must stop wasting any more time on those addictions and stop them. You must destroy them. They've already taken too much of your life. You must end right here, right now. The second section of this guide is about developing your good habits. So, right now you might be asking yourself, I already tried destroying my addictions, but it just didn't work. So, how can whatever I spoke about work for you? Well, the thing is, you never try to destroy your addictions correctly. In order to stop wasting any more time and destroy your addictions, you have to replace them entirely with the good habits. So you want your day to be filled to the maximum with truly healthy, productive activities like exercising, reading, journaling, meditating, taking walks in nature, working on your business, things like that, right? Things that you know are good for you. You must have no space in between for anything which you know is a waste of time. So that means anything which you just know is not right for you. You literally know it, bro. Don't bullshit yourself. I was about to kind of like give some examples, but I don't even have to, bro. You know what they are. They're like the same for everybody, bro. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't cope. Once you stop wasting your time and start making good progress towards a meaningful goal, then you will start feeling more confident. A man can only feel happy, cheerful, fulfilled, calm, excited for the next day if he's making steady, good progress towards his meaningful goals. For example, you'd feel amazing knowing that you've hit an exhausting workout instead of just spending that time playing video games, being on social media, watching TV, watching a movie, eating junk food, any of that, masturbating, bro. You would feel amazing knowing that you did an exhausting workout instead of those things. So, this sense of fulfillment after a hard day of work is pretty much what builds your self confidence. It's literally the fulfillment that you get after putting in the work. So, after you delay gratification for so long, you get this sense of fulfillment which truly resonates with you. And if that wasn't enough, right? Those hard days of work, they are what raise you in the social hierarchy. They are what make you a high quality man. Those days of hard work, they are what raise your quality as a man. It's not the clothes that you wear, it's not the way that you talk, it's not about some other bullshit, bro. It's about those hard days of work where you've put in everything you've had, followed the routine, you've been truly disciplined. Those are the days that truly raise you up as a man. Confidence can only be earned through hard, meaningful work. So you have to prove to your own mind that you're a capable man, that you are capable of taking care of yourself, that you are capable of achieving something for yourself, for your own success, for your own mission. Because up until this point, you were just led to believe by everyone around you that you were not capable, that you were not worth it, that you had to stay in school and raise your hand up and ask the teacher to go to the bathroom, that you were not capable of just standing up and going to the damn bathroom. You were raised to believe that you were not capable of doing jack shit because we all live in such a feminized society where everything we have to do must be dictated by an authority figure out there. You've been just destroyed. Your self-esteem, your self-confidence destroyed. You cannot live without somebody else holding your hand. You cannot live without daddy's or mommy's guidance, can you? You have to prove to yourself that you are capable of making progress towards those meaningful goals for you. Yourself, no one else. And once you have an achievement or a list of achievements in your mind, ingrained in your mind at all times, then you just can't help but feel confident. You just can't help but feel grateful for yourself because you've put in the hard work and you've actually achieved those things which might have seemed difficult at first. You've read an entire book in a few days. You've exercised consistently every day of the week. You've been making those workouts as intense as you possibly can. You've been meditating for a minute longer every single day. You've been going out in nature, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the simple things, right? Those things, they are an achievement. For most people out there, this is an achievement, right? So doing those things and keeping those things in mind, they will naturally make you feel grateful for yourself, grateful for what you've done. And that will lead to your confidence. That will lead to you thinking to yourself, man, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm capable of this. Another aspect which is not often talked about is body language, right? And you might have known about this. You might have just expected me to talk about it just first thing, right? But it's a very important part, but I don't think it goes past developing your good habits, right? So ever since the start of humanity, right? Like ever since we ever became humans, right? When languages weren't a thing, humans communicated through expressions on their face and in their body. Like to them, hostile body language, like literally you being angry, like fucking having wrinkles on your face and literally just kind of being kind of closed off a little bit, something like that, bro, it meant danger. It meant like that you were a dangerous person, that you were a threat. And the good body language, the friendly body language, right? It literally represents a good friend, right? Somebody who you can trust. If you see somebody opening up their chest, right? Being like letting the most important part of their body like vulnerable towards you, then and you just see them kind of smiling a little bit. You see them calm, you see their face, they don't have any wrinkles or anything. They're like literally just calm and they're staring, bro. That's friendly body language, right? And those people, they would have perceived that as something good, right? Surprisingly, though, our brains, they haven't evolved all that much ever since those times, right? So we still use body language as our first method in determining a person's mood or character. So it's no long I don't think it's about determining whether they're friend or foe anymore, because that subject has been kind of long taken away since we live in a society now. But we still use the body language to determine a way a person is feeling or the way that they are going to act against something. When you see somebody just kind of like this, closed off like that, bro, you can tell that they're sad, that they're kind of pissed off, or maybe that they're insecure or something, right? But when you see them opening up their chest, being like this, literally laughing, no problem, being like a calm expression on their face, no sign of stress, those people, you can tell that they are in a good mood, right? It's basic stuff. For example, you can remember the way that your body behaved when you were ashamed of something or you were shying away from someone. You avoided eye contact, you kept your head down, you had a tendency to close off your chest, and kind of cross it off with your arms, maybe. Those seemingly minor things can say a lot about a person. A lot, right? And including the way that they see themselves. So if you see somebody just kind of acting like this, literally head down, avoiding eye contact, literally just like that, you can tell that they are insecure as fuck. You can tell that they have no self-esteem, they have no self-confidence, right? The expressions on your face, even like the minor expressions on your face, bro, like the way that you even look, the way that you kind of move your eyes around, the way that can you fucking move your nose a little bit, the way that your lips, everything, like there's micro expressions on your face that you probably don't even know about. They can reveal the way that you truly feel, even when you're trying to hide it. It's really weird, right? I mean, you probably know this. You can, some people, they're really good at telling when a person is lying, is because they have kind of this capability to kind of recognize all those minor face expressions that they make, and you can tell that they're faking it, right? They're faking another feeling instead of the one that they have right now, right? So how would you imagine a confident man's body language? Would he be avoiding eye contact, just looking down at the ground, crossing his arms, closing off his chest like that, No. He'd be staying straight. He'd be fucking staying straight as fuck, bro. He'd be staring in your fucking soul like that. He'd be staring in your soul. And he'd be staring at you with a relaxed look on his face, right? And he'd be facing you with his body completely. He wouldn't be sitting like this talking to you. No. No, he'd be facing you completely. And he'd be articulating his words very well. So, he wouldn't speak like, oh, he wouldn't be stuttering that much, would he? No, he'd be calm. He'd be talking. He'll be enjoying the moment, living in the present, right? When he's walking, he stands up straight with his shoulders back, revealing the perfect posture that I think we should all have, bro. I mean, posture check right now. If you're not fucking sitting straight on your fucking chair, crusty computer chair right now, bro, straighten your back, bro. But those things, they serve as an awfully obvious sign that you're a confident man, right? Especially to new people who haven't met you yet. So the ones who know you, who already know you as this self-conscious, shy, fearful, guilty person, they won't be as affected by your sudden change in body language as a person who has never seen the other part of you, has never seen that bad part of you. So I think body language, it helps, but it mostly helps with people that you're going to meet in the future, right? So by correcting your posture right now, by changing the ways that you articulate your words, by changing the way that you look at somebody, by changing the way that you just everything, like, you try to be as relaxed as possible. If you change all those things, then it will help you with future people, but it will also help you start dominating all those people that you've already known in your social circle. It'll help you start kind of asserting your own dominance over them, right? And that brings me to my next section of this guide, which is about dominating your social circle. There are two ways that you can dominate the people in your social circle. It's one, physical domination, and it's two, psychological domination. This domination, it serves as your gateway to ultimate confidence. So you can feel truly confident only knowing that you are unbeatable, that you do not have any kind of competition challenging your capabilities as a man, right? So you are literally at the top. There's nobody out there who is better than you. Like, that is when you feel the most, absolute most confident, right? So this competition will most likely consist of other men who want to achieve the same things as you do. They want this high place, this high status in their social circle, so that they can feel truly confident themselves without having any sort of competition. The first way that you can achieve this high status, this high place in your social circle, so that you can truly feel confident, the first way to do that is through physical domination, although it might not always be the best choice, since right now, although our brains haven't evolved as much throughout the past thousands of years, our society did. So what was acceptable 500, 1,000 years ago will not be acceptable today, and that includes fighting. So that doesn't mean, though, that there won't be times in your life when an aggressor, somebody out there, will want to hurt you. And in those times, you have to be willing and fully capable to defend yourself. To defend yourself, and that includes your dignity. That includes basically your self-esteem, your self-confidence, the way that you see yourself, right? So, for example, in school, right? Take this example. It's like, I think, one of the most common ones, right? Of violence, of just random societal violence. So you're in school, right? And there's a case of violent bullying going on against you. So there's somebody out there who would actually literally beating you up, or is like pushing you around and shit, bro. You must be ready and fully capable to stand up and defend your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Your self-confidence. You have to be fully willing and fully capable to defend those traits of your life, because they are very important, as you've already known, as you've already realized. Without this self-confidence, without this self-esteem, you live a shit life. Basically, you live such a shit life, and it's horrible. You don't want that. So if you won't defend yourself when this bully is, he's hitting you, or he's just pushing you around and he's doing whatever the fuck, if you don't defend yourself, if you don't retaliate in some way, then your mind will literally know that you're not capable of doing that. It will literally know that you are not capable of taking care of yourself. So it will make you, in turn, lose your self-esteem. It'll make you, what is the point of your mind thinking that you're this great ass tough motherfucker, when it sees that you are not even capable of, like, retaliating against a simple form of violence? Your mind won't say, oh yeah, let me just make this guy feel like he's the best of the best, because that way he might get himself killed, because in this simple situation he's not retaliating against this guy, right? So by me literally making him think that he's the best of the best, right, in some other situation, I might get him killed. So I don't want that. If he cannot retaliate against this random form of violence, then I have to lower his self-esteem, lower his self-confidence so that, he keeps himself safe, because, fear is the fundamental tool for survival in any kind of animal, right? So your body just pumps more fear into you, more fear of yourself, more fear of everyone around you, and that lowers your self-confidence, increases your anxiety, makes you feel depressed, and and just leads you down a shit path. So by you proving to, in this short form of violence, like, somebody's just pushing you around, or it's just like doing these things, and you retaliate in some way, then you prove to your mind, you prove to your brain that you are capable of doing that, that you are worth sometimes even more than what your brain makes you think like you're worth. You're basically just proving to yourself, proving to your own brain that, okay, look, I'm worth it. I can fucking defend myself, right? I'm capable of defending myself, so make me think higher of myself so I can keep doing the same thing and I can keep becoming a stronger person. But you must not abuse this, right? This is something that must not be abused, because it's so easy to turn into this guy, like the typical motherfucker who just goes around beating everyone up just so that he feels good about himself. That's horrible, bro. Don't be that fucking guy, right? What I'm telling you by this kind of physical domination, I'm trying to explain that there will be times when you will be physically challenged by another person, and by you just sitting around like that, trying to be this cool ass guy, you're just staring at him like this, and while he's pushing you, he's trying to even punch you or some shit, you're literally not even doing anything, you're scared of it. Like, you will literally prove to your own mind that you're not capable of defending yourself. But if you retaliate against that, then your mind knows that you're a capable man, so it will keep your confidence. It might even increase it. Probably will increase it, right? But again, you don't want to look for trouble. You don't want to look for conflicts, because that's bullshit. People who do that, they're fucking losers, right? People who go out there and they try to beat others up so they can feel like the alpha male and the sigma whatever the fuck, bro. If you do that, you're a fucking loser. But what you must know is that you must defend yourself. You must be capable and fully capable to defend yourself. The end. So, you must not listen to all this bullshit advice that is given out by your authority figures, by your parents, maybe by your teachers, by your older relatives, whatever, that, when there's a case of violence of anything, just kind of run to the nearest authority figure to help you. Well, I mean, in theory, that, I guess so, but it's happened so many times, bro. You've known it as well. There's been times when you've been bullied, not even physically, but like just you've been bullied in general in school, and you went to the teacher just didn't do anything about it. Like, maybe she told those people to fuck off or something, but they never did. They even came at you worse because you told on them, right? It's bullshit, and the same happens in a lot of situations. Like, almost nothing gets solved when you run to the nearest authority figure. Sometimes, as a man, bro, as a fucking man, you will have to stop running to mommy and daddy, or to your teacher, or to your fucking I don't know what, and you will have to stand up for yourself. You will have to be your own person. So, the second way that you can dominate your social circle is through this much more frequent practice, which is called psychological domination. So basically, this also includes body language, right? So this kind of psychological domination is also heavily, how would you call it? Like, heavily reliant on body language as well. So basically, this kind of domination is built on you acting and truly behaving like a natural leader of your community, of your social circle, whatever you want to call it, right? You change your behavior in order to fit the certain criteria of a leader. You must become strong both physically and mentally so that you can be a capable man who can lead other people towards better lives, right? That's the role of a leader. That's what you're trying to do through psychological domination. You know, you're trying to impose yourself over the other person, but not in this, maybe, if possible, don't do it in like a disrespectful way. So this is, I think, the most not disrespectful way to go about it. Literally just becoming the natural leader of your community without having to, make somebody else feel like shit, right? So, and you do that by literally becoming strong both mentally and physically yourself, and you will naturally be viewed as a higher man. So once you do that and you start, being the one who literally organizes social gatherings, who brings people together and leads them down better paths in their lives, once you start doing that, you will naturally become a leader of your community. Once you start doing all those things consistently, once you start literally kind of controlling the activities that your community is doing, then if you do that in kind of like a respectful way, without actually damaging anyone else's life, then you will naturally become a leader. And you don't have to do that by pushing somebody else to the side, by fucking somebody else over. No, you don't have to be an asshole for it, right? So this means that you must cultivate the good traits of a man, right? And use them to your absolute advantage, right? So you must cultivate all the good things that a man has. So basically, one of the most important things is the fact that you can literally 100% control your mind, right? As a man, you have the capability to control your thoughts. Well, that might seem impossible for some. If you put in the hard work, you'll be able to fucking do it, right? I'm not there yet. I'm still working on it, but I can already feel it. I can already feel the fact that I'm starting to control more and more of my mind. I understand more and more of my mind every day, right? The fact that we can do this as men, it helps you become such a strong leader of the community, right? Because you can use this to so many extents. You can use your mind to so many extents, right? Now that you know what you want to use it for, now that you literally control your mind, right? You tell your mind what to do, what to think, what to believe. Yeah, so you must lead by example so that you remain truly authentic to the people in your community. This psychological approach to domination is much more difficult since it implies that you have to put in the work and become a trusted member of this community without fucking everyone over, without including physical dominance, without really being this violent person, I don't know, like this arrogant, selfish person or this violent person who goes around fucking beating everyone up. No, this psychological domination is, I think, much more reliant on you becoming a strong person in the positive way. That's the only way that I want to support this as. I don't want to tell you to just be arrogant and assert your dominance over some fucking insecure guy like you out there, bro. No. Become a man, become a true masculine man, cultivate those traits, help other people cultivate them as well. Start leading more and more of those activities that are done in those communities that you're in, and you will naturally become a leader of some of them. And that is when true confidence comes to you, because that means you are the one that's literally leading people down better paths in their life. Why wouldn't you feel confident? I mean, that's such a beautiful thing, to know that you're literally helping somebody out there. That you're helping somebody out there live a better life, bro. Of course you'd feel confident. Of course, after making a video and I get some comments or, some people tell me, thanks, man, like this is a nice video and it really helps or something like that. Bro, it makes me feel fucking confident, makes me feel amazing. And that there's people out there who take value from my work, then it makes me feel amazing that I'm helping the world. I'm helping my community in a way, right? So, but that doesn't mean you can just be this leader of your Discord gaming clan, right? That's off the fucking charts, bro. If you're the leader of your Discord gaming clan, bro, then you're a fucking loser, bro. I don't know how to tell you this, but you're a fucking loser, bro. No, you need this. You need to become the leader of this real life community, right? So this community, which is fully, and I mean fully, like presented in the real life, right? So it's not something that goes on in video games, on social media, or well, on social media maybe because kind of YouTube is social media, right? And me being here and trying to help you out doing this, building a community. So no, but it must not be all these bullshit things, right? You must not be the leader of your fucking gaming clan, right? Stuff like that, all these kind of fake cope things. No, you have to be the leader of a real life group of people who might be your friends, who might be your coworkers, who might be your teammates in a sport or here on YouTube, who might be other young men on self improvement trying to become better, trying to become more masculine. So, this position in the social hierarchy of your community, the position of a leader, like the one at the top, you're leading other people towards better lives. This position will bring you the ultimate confidence. And I mean it sincerely. I mean, when was the last time you saw like a true leader, of a true fucking community, a true leader who is actually respected and who actually brings value? When was the last time you saw him not confident? Like insecure, like fucking avoiding eye contact, like closing himself off? Never. Because if he's truly bringing uh good value to a community, a real life community, and he's being authentic while doing it, then bro, you will always see those kinds of people. They're always fucking smiling, they're always happy, and when they're not, they're fucking focused on their work. They are serious, they're dead fucking serious, and they focus. They don't waste time. Yeah, I made this point before. I mean, why wouldn't you feel confident when you're literally leading a bunch of people towards better lives? Like, you're literally just you're doing God's work. Like, that is amazing. You're literally helping other people live better lives. You're doing that as a leader. Of course you're gonna feel confident. I mean, you feel confident, right, when you're leading yourself down a better path in your life, right? When you're exercising, when you're reading, meditating, journaling, when you're doing all these productive habits and you make progress towards your meaningful goals, then you feel confident for yourself. You feel like you've achieved something. Then it's the same thing with other people, bro. You're literally helping other people build their own better lives, and you're part of it. Of course you're gonna feel confident. You're gonna feel fucking amazing, man. The entire idea of becoming confident means becoming a truly masculine man. That's it. That's literally all you ever needed to understand about this concept of becoming more confident. Become a truly masculine man. Start that journey. Start implementing the things in your life, like all those productive habits that I've talked about before. Start implementing those habits. Start implementing a different mindset, all those things. And you're naturally going to feel more confident, bro. I don't know how to tell you this. Like, it's that simple. And if you're here like kind of being a bit weirded out by the concept of being a masculine man, then maybe this video isn't for you. Maybe this channel isn't for you. But if you feel driven by the idea of becoming a masculine man, then you will make it. Then you are naturally going to feel more confident. It's like, I can fucking assure you. because I've gone through the same exact same thing. Maybe like a few different circumstances, a few different details, of course, but overall the same thing. And I got it. I can always start, I feel more confident every single day. And I'm telling you, bro, you can make it. It's really not that hard. You just need to destroy this perception that we've been implanted with by society, that no, we're all born with some certain characteristics. Like, oh yeah, we do have different things in our lives, like different kind of traits, right? But the idea of you literally living your entire life in insecurity and shit self-esteem is not something that you've been born with, right? I believed that for so long. I believed that I was like destined to just be this fucking wall comer who, who just sits in his room, plays War Thunder, Minecraft, Unturned, whatever the fuck I used to play on my computer for like 12 hours a day. I mean, not, no, not 12 hours, but like still a shit ton of time, like 6, 7 hours a day, right? Masturbate for like 3 times a day, eat junk food every single at every single meal, right? I used to believe that that was my life because I was born that way. Because we're all born different, guys. So we should just accept the shit lives that we have, and we should never strive to be better. But I realized that I was not that person because I started feeling so unhappy for myself, and I realized, bro, I can change this. So why the fuck don't I? So I did. I changed it, and I've started going on this journey, and the confidence just grows little by little every single day when you're making good progress. When you're making good progress towards your mission, when you're following a routine, then you feel masculine, you feel amazing. Confidence comes. You will naturally experience ups and downs, right? Nothing will be perfect. You will, especially if you're just starting this journey, you will have a lot of insecurities, you will have a lot of fears, right? But this is the part that you must understand, that this is part of the journey, that this insecurity this year is just like working out, it's like the burning sensation in your muscle, in your fucking muscles, right? That is part of you working out, of you putting on muscle mass. It's just the same here. Like this insecurity that you might feel in your mind right now, that is part of you working hard to get that confidence, so that maybe in less than 6 months, in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you will literally be 10 times more confident. You'll literally be a different person, right? I think that if you truly dedicate, maybe it takes like a month, but like if you truly dedicate yourself and you put in the work for a month, although you won't make as much progress in your fitness journey, because in your fitness journey it's a bit of a longer process, but if you like put in the work, to change your life completely, to destroy all those addictions that you've had, and to literally replace them with like a well set routine of just fully productive activities that will raise you up as a masculine man, that you will feel confident, you'll feel amazing in the next month. By the time that next time comes around, you'll feel like a different person. There will be some hard things in your life, but you have to understand that you have a responsibility as a man to help yourself. You have this responsibility as this masculine person, this masculine figure, to, no, not just a masculine figure. No, fuck that. Scratch that. It's, you have this responsibility as a person, as a man, as a human, to help yourself. Because we have conscience. We think for ourselves, bro. We have the responsibility to help ourselves. We have the responsibility to change our lives if we don't like them. We have the responsibility to live by our true meaningful goals, live by our true meaningful purpose. Not live in this shit state that we've been conditioned to believe that is our life. No. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. We have the responsibility to help ourselves. So help yourself. Help yourself become a truly masculine man. Help yourself live a better life. Even when that means that the right things will be hard. Even when that means doing the right things will feel hard, will feel painful, uncomfortable. Do it. You have this responsibility to help yourself. Remind yourself of that every single time you feel like shit. I have the responsibility to help myself. It is my responsibility, it's my obligation. You're a man, man. You're a man after all. So act like one. Man, I hope you've gained some value from this guide since I've put in a lot of work to make it. And if you want if you want to, you can join our community here on YouTube of young men on self-improvement by subscribing to this channel. You can join our you can join this growing community of young men who are taking control of their lives and who are going against this fucking bullshit norm that we've been raised to believe is our everything. You can join this community, bro. You're fully welcome here, man. I'd love to go on this journey of manhood, of masculinity, of growing strong as a man with you, man. Since I think all the men around the world, I think we should go on this journey in our lives so that we can live like we truly wanted to. We can live by our purpose. We can live by our mission, by our true mission, by our true desired mission. So that we don't have to take anyone's shit. So that we can just be our own fucking person. Be if you literally want to go travel around the world experience all these kinds of different things, bro, then you should be able to want to do that. You shouldn't be able to be limited by anything. If you want to have a family, if you want to do anything, bro, you shouldn't be limited by anything. And this is what I'm trying to change with this channel, with this community, with this movement that I'm trying to bring out of young men going on self-improvement, becoming more masculine, taking control of their life. This is what I'm hoping to change. I'm hoping to change this fucking bullshit control over us so that we can be free people for once. Although, we all need rules in our lives, or else we would live chaotically, like there would be chaos in the world without laws and rules. But we have to get rid at least of those mental, what do you call them, mental restrictions that the world has just secretly put onto us. Like, those are not laws. Those are not made for your well-being, right? No, they're fucking bullshit. Like, the shit that they put in our minds. Fucking horrible, man. So if you want to join this community, if you want to become part of this group of men who don't take this shit anymore, then you can join this channel. Then you can join this community by subscribing to this channel, by being here. Yeah, bro. You have to do the hard work, man. That is the only way that you're ever gonna get something. All right? See yourself a masculine man and you will become one. Good luck.